Hello, everybody, and a good day to you all. Today, I'm talking about the Netflix documentary series "Making a Murder" with two directors, Maura Demos and Laura Ricciardi, and it was also edited by Maura Demos. And one episode was done by a person named Iris Nig or Iris Ng. Now, the whole documentary is about Stephen Avery, who was convicted of a crime he didn't commit, served 18 years in prison. Turns out he was actually innocent, and he was released. And because of this, it put a whole blight on this small town uh, Wichicon. It put a blight on the police force in that town because they tried to frame a man for a crime he didn't do. Turns out they were lying, and then that it brought all this stuff to light. Well, he's starting to get his life back together, and things start to turn around for him, and then a tragedy happens which forces his life to go right back to where he started from again, back to being maybe framed for a crime he did not commit. Yet again, he's going through the process all over again, and this is what you watch. You watch what happens to him and what happens to his family. You watch what happens to the victims and the victims' families, and the whole trial and everything that's involved. And this is what the whole documentary is about. And I'm not going to say any more than that because I don't want to spoil anything if you don't know anything about this case and you haven't seen it before. I don't want to spoil anything. I want you to watch this documentary for yourself, and you can decide for yourself if you believe he's either innocent or guilty. Me myself personally, I think he's innocent from what I have seen, and it's your opinion to find out if this was like done justly or unjustly. Yeah. This was a great documentary. It was very intriguing. It's only 10 episodes, but and there's an hour each episode, but each episode carries a lot of weight because it has a whole lot of information in it, and it's very compact, it's very dense, it's very heavy. But it's very intriguing at the same time. I mean, every time something gets revealed, it's like it makes you want to watch even more. It's a very interesting case. It doesn't end well for no one really, but still, it's a very interesting and fascinating case. It leads you on a whole lot of. I felt a whole lot of different emotion when I watched this. I mean, sometimes I was like happy. There was times I felt sad, and the other times I was like felt angry and frustrated. I was what was going on. When you see what's happening, sometimes you can't believe and you can't fathom what these people would do just to get the answers that they want and what they're willing to do to convict someone of a crime, even if they're innocent or not. They just don't care. It's not about you going to court to be proven innocent and to proven guilty. No, it's more like you're guilty already. We already know that. Now we're just going to prove you're guilty. Like when you go on into a place and you're already losing you're starting the game a loser before the game even started. Like the crowd's against you. The referees are on the other are rooting for the other side. They're not partial. So anything you do, they're gonna call it. What is going on? I don't understand. We're playing the game fairly, and I'm losing. I don't understand how this is happening. Like, how is this happening? And we're playing the game fairly. We're doing everything right. We're doing everything we're supposed to do, and we're losing. But we're actually scoring. We're scoring, but we're losing. How does this work? Like, how is this working? Every time they make a score, they say it didn't count. So like, what? And then everything was stacked against Stephen Avery from the start. Now, Stephen Avery is not really an innocent man. I mean, he has committed crimes in his past. But here's the thing. Every time he committed a crime, he did admit to it. Never failed. He never lied. He never fought against it. If he did it, he would confess. He served his time, and he would get out. But now, he's saying he's innocent. He keeps saying he's innocent, and he never wavers for a second. But yet, he goes to prison. And it doesn't just affect him. It affects his nephew, Brandon, as well. and that takes the turn for the worse. Like I said before, this is a very interesting and fascinating story. I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, I say check it out. If you don't have Netflix, find somebody with Netflix and watch it on their account. And if you do have Netflix, I say watch this documentary. Oh my gosh. Whew, it's an emotional roller coaster. It would twist you up all the inside out, and it would mess you up too. And it makes you feel like you went going through a marathon of emotions, but still, it's worth watching. I highly recommend it. I cannot stress that enough. Netflix is killing it when it comes to shows, and this is another show that, wow. Oh my gosh. The thing is, though, my heart goes out to the victim of the family, and my heart goes out to the people who are being accused of the crime and their family. Because the thing is, though, the people who are who related to the victim feel that they got justice because they don't see everything you see. Because the thing is, the case has already been done. This is the past. We're watching the past here. But you're seeing everything. You're seeing everything that the jurors they didn't want to show them because they want to. Because if the jurors actually saw everything you will see, they probably would not have convicted them. If they saw what you saw. But they don't see everything that you do. No, they don't. They show partial of tapes. They don't show the rest of it because they show the rest of it. It make you look like it shows that he was innocent the whole time. Because if he's innocent, well, everything else will unravel, and that's not what they wanted. Like I said before, this whole thing was like we're pretty much saying, you're guilty already. We already know this. We went to the meetings. We all approved. You're guilty. Now we're just going to make sure we prove you're guilty. That is mind-blowing. And it's the scariest thing in the world. When people of power abuse their power to get what they want and call it justice. Whew. Wow. Like I said it before, I highly recommend this. Watch it. Oh, man. That's all I got to say about that. So just give my channel a big old like, hit the thumbs up. Boom. Subscribe to my channel and share. I really would appreciate it. So like I always say, in my dreams and in real life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. And, oh yeah, before I close out, if you have seen this trailer, not the trailer, if you have seen this documentary, leave your comments down below and let me know your opinions. What do you think about this? Do you think he's innocent? Do you think he's guilty? Leave your comments down below. Well, that's that. So peace out, peoples. Oh.